to the Whiskey Roundtable. We are your hosts.
Big Jake.
Karen Helen Keller.
Doug Dunbar.
What's up, kids?
Wow,
I haven't seen
been a
you guys
little
like
while,
in 2
hasn't
months.
it?
I know.
Seems almost like it's a couple of months or
It's
something.
like a vacation.
They say it's like riding a bike, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Getting ready for
That's
tonight. I don't know what bike I ever rode before, but it sure wasn't like this.
Shaking off a few cobwebs for sure. Well, it's certainly good to be back, and thanks for joining us tonight for our... Greg, what show is this of 2022?
Oh, my goodness.
What show?
This is our 14th show.
No, I think it's the first show of 2022. And why don't we, since it's
I missed
been,
a couple of months, sorry.
It's been a couple of months, so I'll just, why don't we run through our sponsors once again.
Go ahead.
The Cleveland Bourbon Co-op, Royal Havana Cigars, Village Martini, Simply Greek, Low Imports, Roll and Smoke Barbecue, Chagrin Valley Beverage, 21 Staves, North Coast Jazz Ensemble, and Rawhide Firearms. Did we get them all?
You did. I
Yep.
was just talking to Mark yesterday.
Yeah, I did.
Mhm.
I need to.
We're
need
going
to
to
get.
get Apparently has a new woman.
Oh,
How about that, huh?
I heard something about somebody in Florida. Or,
Yeah, she's somewhere down. But I guess it's
Oh.
working. I met her on a plane.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that story. Good for you.
I even asked him, I said, was RJ flying it? He's like, who's RJ? It was funny as hell. That's when we went Mark and Matt and me and you. It was over the summertime, late summertime.
Yeah, we were, what was it, Paninis or
Paninis,
something like that?
I forget why we were there. Insurance.
Yeah.
Oh no, my retirement fund. That's why we were there.
Oh, okay.
That's why we were there. But anyway, it was
Anyway, yep, I remember that. It was still
Never
nice
mind, I'll
outside
see
because
you.
we sat outside. I remember that.
fun.
well, it's a birthday shout out to my nephew Colin, who's one of our
Happy birthday, Colin.
frequent. Right.
So yes, we have not been here since before Thanksgiving. So
That's
everything
right.
we had planned for our holiday shows, we were sick. What can I
But you
say?
know what? Just think how good they'll be next holiday season, because we'll be able to save all that up.
We'll be
We've saved all
double
that.
ready.
We'll be double. Those are going to be really good shows next holiday season.
Absolutely.
I can't wait. All right, so I'm looking at the scroll out here since we've got some people that have missed us. Jennifer Boggs. Howdy,
Jennifer.
Whiskey Roundtable. So
What's up,
glad you
girlfriend?
are back. Hey, Jennifer,
Thank you.
I heard you got a new house. Congratulations.
She's got a lot of news: new house, new job,
Yeah.
and she just happens to live now right in the center of bourbon country near Louisville. I think.
I
You
can't.
can correct
we'll be there
us,
in
but
about
I
4
think-
hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't wait to come down there for vacation.
I think that she's very close to Buffalo Trace.
I need a
says
king
she
size
can-
bed, by the way.
She can smell the distilling happening, but I think that's where she said she's the closest to. So
Mm.
yeah, I think we're going to be going down in April. We might be stopping on our way through.
We will be in Florida in April.
March.
You guys are going to be gone the same week, right?
Well, the same March
Same
week.
weekend?
The same March weekend.
Right.
We're traveling, but then it also Easter weekend,
Gotcha.
which we don't usually do a show.
Yeah,
anyway,
right.
so,
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but back to this show. How's
Who's all on the scroll?
On the scroll, we also have Pat Patterson is out
Patty.
there.
What's up, Pat?
all right? Well, I always do this for Pat.
Danny Ruth is out there. There you
He
go.
had to do his golf thing.
Sorry, kids.
That's
Yeah.
okay. We got Derek Polarchek is out there.
Debo, what's
Right.
up, dog?
And as you said, Dan Ruth is
Yeah.
out there. He's been on the
Dan.
show before.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
So, boy,
Dan
haven't-
just moved as well up to the Detroit area. So big,
Shauna Dunbar's watching.
big changes there. Hope everything's going well up there, Dan. So he moved. To get to the warmer weather, I guess.
Jimmy Falls
Up there.
not watching, but he said he's listening.
he's present in the audience.
Oh, when did you get here?
Oh,
We've got Whiskey Lovers Society says greetings.
Greetings, kids.
Welcome to the Whiskey
Whiskey
Roundtable.
Thank you.
yeah. Thank you.
So,
Thanks for.
I will show you
Yeah.
one of my Christmas gifts
Very
from
nice.
the Wizard and Mrs. Wizard.
Is it a glass?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that's your
look at that.
t-shirt. I'm
yeah. So yeah, so Big G got one, but
Mine washed off.
yeah,
So, but I still have the pocket.
he wasn't as prepared as
I didn't get the
was
memo. I'm
tonight.
sorry. I'm
He,
sorry.
he matched you in color anyway.
So would you say, Dan, you're cold? It's cold down here too, man. I don't know what's been going on.
It is
Too
cool. I
much
got
snow.
the window open. I got the fans going. I got everything going because I don't want to create a lot of smoke. So I'm just trying to.
It's okay down there.
It's not too bad.
It's nice.
That's all right. Okay.
You want to sit here?
Oh.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
My makeup on.
So we're a little rusty because we haven't done anything in literally 2 months.
We
But,
are a little rusty. So yeah, but since it's a new year,
It's the new year.
Wizard, did you make any New Year's
Yeah,
resolutions?
did you?
Yeah. Well, as a matter of fact, I did start a new whiskey diet.
A whiskey diet.
Okay.
How's that going?
Great. I've already lost 3 days.
Oh my. Oh my.
You have a drum roll on there?
Yeah, drum roll? Huh? No?
No,
Okay.
apparently not.
Well, I'm kind of thinking before we get started, it's probably time for the bottle cam, no?
Bottle cam.
Here we go.
There we go. I don't
right.
leave the note.
Okay,
right?
That's
well,
not the bottle cam, but we're going to work on that. a
Time
little
for the
bit.
bottle cam. Everybody, put on your seatbelts. Hold on tight. Here we go.
Hey everyone, it's time for the bottle cam. The bottle cam.
Very nice.
And we're back.
And we're back. There's little Georgie. That little
Georgia,
girl.
Georgia
Georgia
dog.
has joined us for that.
So yeah, in addition to us being sick, the dogs were sick.
Dogs
over
were
the
sick.
holidays.
We thought we were going to end up putting them both down, and thank God that didn't happen. But
God,
boy, I tell you
everything
what,
kinda-
that was. I have to say, honest to God, I say it. Number one, I'm not a Christmas fan. Number one. Number two, this Christmas reminded me why I'm not a Christmas fan. So it was the worst holidays of my entire life. And I'm not saying that as in like, oh, sorry to hear it. Seriously, it was
Well,
a
I
complete
mean, knowing
shit
what
show.
happened, that's not too hard to believe.
It was one thing after another.
But, it evens
It really
out, so
was.
next year is going to be fantastic.
I hope so. Where I'm
It's
going.
this year now. So
Well, this year. This.
It better be,
this-
because if not, I'm going to kick some Santa ass.
that's
So,
right.
See what happens.
That's right. So anyway, on our bottle cam, you saw that we're doing Ezra Brooks Distillers cut.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if we've done Ezra Brooks before, have we?
We have not.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if we did anything when Joe was with us. I'm not sure if we did any Ezra Brooks or not. For some reason, I don't think we did. But this is a whole different batch.
It is.
They
I
stepped
have
up their
some-
game.
I have some info on that batch too.
That's what I'm talking about. So that's that is a,
OHLQ.
thank you. And, but there's 2 versions of that, so to say. There's 2 bottles that they came out with. And I was able to acquire those bottles. I put a pair away, and I figured we'd open the other pair, so to say. But that is very good. I actually have had that. It's fantastic. It really is.
All right.
So I don't want to give up the ghost, so to say. So I'll let you do
Yeah,
your thing.
and we haven't pre-gamed,
No.
so we're gonna go into this raw today.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
enough.
that's the best choice of
we're,
words.
we're usually good with a few 10, 15 drinks in us before we get started on the show, but
Yeah.
we
Maybe 2.
tailored way back because of the circumstances.
That's why we're so rusty,
That's it.
because we didn't have any
Doesn't
pre-games.
feel right.
So
I know.
Well,
So-
I did. I tried to have a
I guess I'll read a book
to
while you
make
go.
up
No,
for
go
it.
ahead.
Okay,
No,
too
so
funny.
I'm-
So let's. I got some information about Ezra Brooks.
All right, do tell.
So it was created by Frank Silverman, 1957, and it was bottled by Hoffman Distilling Company. Distilling Company at the time in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. And that was until Hoffman Distillery went out of business somewhere in the 1970s. In 2018, Ezra Brooks moved to Bardstown, Kentucky.
That's what I said.
And they are part of Lux Row Distillers. And I didn't know that Lux Row is actually named because of the distinct row of trees that are there. So I've never been there. So
Doesn't Lux Row have a product out that says LUX on the bottle? I think I've seen something like that.
Yes.
do they?
Yeah, I'm almost
okay.
positive.
I didn't know that.
I couldn't remember when I first said it. I said it's either Heaven Hill or Bardstown. I couldn't remember, but I thought it was Bardstown. So, okay, cool.
Gotcha.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
You're good.
Okay.
The distillery has various brands. So in addition to Ezra Brooks, they have Rebel Bourbon, David Nicholson, and Blood Oath.
Rebel is fantastic.
And
It's
of course,
very good
Blood
for
Oath,
the price. Blood Oath as well.
We've loved those.
We have that whole series. But the Rebel, I had it for the first time a couple months back before, I think it was right around Halloween. And it was very, very good. I don't know if I still have any left or not on the bar, but I'll have to check. But anyway,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Now, so Lux Row, isn't Lux Row a private bottler? I mean, I know they're Lux Row Distilling, but
I don't know.
I thought that, like, for example, Blood Oath is a contract distilled product. So I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know.
Anyone out there know?
Anybody out there know? Let us know.
Let us know. Oh, hey Nick T, how you doing?
Nick, I didn't forget about you. I'm just waiting for the snow to melt.
Sometime in June.
Yeah, sometime in June, Nick. I'll get with you.
Okay, last little note. The distillery is 18,000 square feet. It has 6
Wow,
barrel
there you go.
warehouses, and it's got a 43-foot custom copper still.
Okay.
Little, what I like to talk about is the whiskey in the movies sometimes. So Ezra Brooks has been featured in a couple of pretty big name movies. One is The Sting. That's with Paul Newman and Robert Redford. So it was a film. It was set in 1936, which was kind of funny because Ezra Brooks didn't come out for another 20 years. So
Yeah.
So somebody knew something.
big whoops there. The other movie, which is one of my favorite actors, Gary Oldman in The Professional.
Okay.
Gary Oldman's character actually picks up a bottle of Ezra Brooks whiskey when he's in Matilda's apartment. So
Interesting.
I haven't watched that movie in
Is-
years,
is-
but it is so good. Natalie Portman was just a young girl.
Yeah, I would
at
say
the
is
time.
that he kind of found this girl or adopted her or something with her.
Exactly.
Her dad or somebody family got killed, and then at the end he ends up killing himself and everyone.
At the end, there you go. He just gave it away for all those people that haven't seen it.
That's a great.
So,
I don't do movies, but every once in a while I like a good movie.
Oh.
About once every 15 years.
Okay.
alrighty.
So, as you said, Greg, this is the OHLQ, which is the Ohio Liquor.
Mhm.
What do you call that? Liquor. Just Ohio
It's
Liquor.
Ohio Liquor Pick.
I was like, control, but I'm like, no, that's not a Q.
So it's
Anyway,
Ohio, state of Ohio.
It's
Liquor
their blend.
Control.
What
Okay.
they blended.
Yeah.
it was released in October of 2020 and is about $35 a bottle if you can still find them out there. There were 15 barrels were selected by this distiller exclusively for OHLQ, and they're not available outside of our state. So the barrel that we have is barrel number 7340024. And yeah, I did say it was 107 proof. Did I say that?
Yes.
This bottle's 107?
Yeah.
107 proof.
All right.
So it will. It'll.
It'll warm you up.
Yes. It's going to be a nice winter warmer.
That is a great drink.
Appropriate for our
Absolutely.
which show of the year? Correct.
This is our 11th show.
Only one. Take one of those ones
Oh,
off.
well, all right, minus
So
one.
yeah, good way to open things up.
8. It's our 8th show. Good. Nothing to see here. Move along.
All right.
Oh my. Okay,
Any
so
other info?
I do have the tasting notes, but I'm going to save that So
Very good.
we can do that after we give our own ideas. So
All right, so
Okay.
let's.
Want
are
to pass
we-
that out there, Greggy?
I do.
One for you.
Oh, mercy.
One for
Just set
me.
that over there.
It's. I think it's heavy. It's really stuck to the glass. Believe it or not.
It's very dark.
It is.
To me, it is at least.
You get all kinds of stuff in here.
Ooh. Do you guys have some? Would you
nice-
like some? You're good? Okay. You're good? Good? Okay.
Okay.
And Shauna, you want? Oh, you already had. You got your trying. You have some, right?
Yeah, so it's for a bourbon, it is a little on the light amberish side, almost like it looks like a Scotch almost a little bit. But it's still got some good reddish hues. 107 proof, and we don't know any. Do we know the age? Anything about the age here?
I don't
know.
have that. Now, I don't know a whole lot about this. I'm still learning. But when I went on the OHLQ website, there was a date next to this barrel. It said 5/10/2016.
Well,
Okay.
So I don't know if that's the date it was, that's how long it
I
was
want to
sitting.
say that
Probably.
came out early last year, or the end of
This
the year
came out
before.
in
So
October.
that makes sense.
Okay.
It's probably the fill date of the barrel.
So that
So
tells
it's
you
over
the aging.
so obviously over
let's say
4
minimum
years.
4.
Yeah.
Sure.
Which is about what you'd expect.
right.
Okay, so we're gonna do the nose.
I'm nosing
All right.
it right now.
I get fruit out of it. I get honey out of it.
Yeah, I don't.
We always talk about vanilla, which is a very common. A lot of times we won't say that we
It's
smell
so
vanilla.
common
but
that
it's so
even
common
Scotch
that
finished in
we don't even.
first fill bourbon has always got some vanilla. So, but yeah, definitely vanilla.
I
would say, I don't get any fruit on this. I just get like maybe a very toffee, a little bit like a toffee caramel kind of.
Getting like a floral, like a perfumey floral.
What I like
to it.
about something like this is what you smell and what you taste are so different. It's not heavy on ethanol at all for the proof.
Well, yeah, maybe I got some ethanol burn. I don't get the floral. Vanilla, toffee, caramel, and oak. That's what I consistently am getting here.
What?
Well, actually, it's one big heavy thing, so I can, or not one big heavy thing, one big bulky explanation of the tasting notes. So
Okay.
Should we
we'll
just
do that
taste
later.
then? And then
Yeah, let's
let's
just
do
go
it.
right into that.
All right.
All right,
Sorry,
now we're
kids.
going to give this a taste. Not too hot for a 107.
Is it me or is it like buttery?
It is buttery. That might be the toffee that Doug was talking about. Man, I get some kind of like cherry or something. Maybe not quite cherry, but there's something in there.
I could see that.
Okay, I still get
I get
the toffee, I get the oak, and now I would just add to that some cinnamon. It's very pleasant. I mean, I like it. It's just not getting any kind of fruit or anything like that.
Yeah, I got to anybody watching, I have to. I'm really struggling with this only because I haven't drank anything in a couple of months, so I got to relearn my palate. I'm not getting, what you guys might be getting.
Well, and I think that it is funny because we really haven't been
No,
drinking
not at all.
a lot, and or at all, but it's hard to pick it out. It's not very complex to me.
Right.
But
I would
it's
say
not
I've
a-
got little,
not a
maybe
bad
little
thing.
pepper. So yeah, vanilla, cinnamon, toffee, pepper. That's kind of what I'm getting pretty good. And the finish is medium,
I
with
still
a little heat, but it's pleasant. I mean,
I get a taste. I do. I get a taste of honey out of it.
I could say that too.
That's what I get out of it. Honey, maybe some dark cherry, not really a regular cherry. You know, vanilla, of course. I do the toffee might be the butteriness that we're sensing, so to say. But
Yeah, I get that very prominently, and the burn is not bad for.
No,
It's a nice.
it's pleasant.
It's a
very
nice
pleasant.
warming. So, like we were saying, it's a nice winter drink.
Definitely.
So, what's the official verdict here?
Go ahead.
Okay, so the barrel tasting notes. Let's see. You can expect a taste profile consisting of notes of oak and black pepper, balanced with cinnamon, caramel, and vanilla. This barrel specifically says it's complex with hints of toffee.
Okay.
So I think we hit on just about all of those
I
things.
think yeah.
I know you
Very
said
good.
cinnamon,
Yeah.
toffee was a big one
Toffee.
too. So
Butter, pepper, we said all those.
Very nice.
Cinnamon. Okay.
yeah,
Alright.
I mean I know we're gonna go into the ratings here in a sec, but yeah, I like this.
Before we do the ratings,
Yeah.
should we take another ride?
Sure.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, kids. We'll be right back.
I gotta find it first, kids. Don't get too excited. Here it comes.
I know you've been waiting for this. Slow down. You got all night. Relax.
Put your seatbelt on. Here
What do you expect? This is the Whiskey Roundtable.
I haven't even been drinking. Okay, hold on. Here it comes. Maybe.
Hey everyone, it's time for the bottle cam. The bottle cam.
Alrighty. Woo! You dizzy with that
Right.
bottle cam?
Yeah.
It was that close up of me and Greg in the beginning.
I'm dizzy because I haven't drank in 3 months.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Holy smolies, we got a lot going on in the scroll over here.
Holy cow.
Let me back
What's
it
going on
up.
out there?
Okay, so I mentioned Nick T joined us. We've got Jennifer's asking what everyone is drinking. She cracked open a bottle of Bardstown Bourbon Company Pfeiffer Pavitt for Tony's 40th birthday.
Oh,
Hey, Tony.
Awesome. Hey, Tony.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Tony.
birthday.
40. Holy
Wow,
schmolies. Wow, wow,
Right,
wow.
Tony.
I remember my
Happy birthday.
40th birthday.
Let's see. I remember. Do you remember it?
Hell no.
Okay. I was going to say, wait a minute. Dan just found the Breckenridge.
Ah.
Oh,
There you go.
nice.
Nice. Okay.
Uh-huh. And
He got me a bottle of that when he was traveling.
and they're drinking.
Loved it.
They are drinking out there the okay, how do you say this? Bunahaben?
Bunahaben.
Haben.
Bunahaben. Thank you, Falbio, for bringing that.
Yeah.
You like
Did
it?
Did you
I
like
love
it?
it, actually.
You do.
Was it hot for you or no?
Not at all.
Well,
Is
well,
it
you're drinking
peaty?
with ice, right?
Yeah, but not that much.
Okay,
ice.
no, okay.
You know,
No, it's very, very not peaty for an Isla whiskeys.
I'm sorry.
Islay.
Isla.
I'll try a little bit of that after the
You
show.
say tomato, I say tomato.
Tomato.
There's hardly any smoke or hardly any heat.
All right, come on, let's go.
Dan wants us to send some to Detroit.
Is that where he's at?
Yeah, he
he
just
doing?
moved.
Yeah, he moved.
Oh, they
He
moved?
wanted to get away from the cold
Did
weather.
you hear?
I did not
Wizard
hear that.
say that
Oh, I
earlier.
didn't know that Dan moved.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
either.
shoot.
But
Miss you, Dan. Wish you were here freezing like the rest of us.
yeah. Jennifer agrees with me. She says it's buttery and soft, but also a hint of oak, which absolutely I think you're always going to get that with, especially with the bourbons.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think that catches us up.
Okay.
Nick did say no worries, mate.
All right, dog.
Right.
You're from down under there. Okay.
Okay. So it's time for scoring. Let's start with Big G.
I'm going to go with a solid 3.5.
All right. That's a very respectable whiskey roundtable score. Karen, what do you got?
He copied me, and he didn't even know it.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go with the 3.5 as well. I think it's very good. I agree with you. It's just a perfect amount of heat. It's great for a winter. Just gives you, it knocked that chill off from that window being open behind me.
I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm just gonna remind everybody that has seen this bottle is it was a limited release. So it's, unless you find it as leftover at some liquor
Right.
store, you're not gonna find this.
Yeah, and
You
all
might
the
find
barrels
it
are.
down in Kentucky, but from the distillers and all that, but you're not going to find it here.
This specific one was
Correct.
for Ohio only. So
correct.
They have different. I saw online they've got the Liquor Barn's got a pick. Total Wine's got a pick. So there's
Right.
different ones, but these specific barrels are just for Ohio. So, like I said, 15 different ones. This one, like it. I like it. I'm going.
Real quick, Debo just reached out to me and said that every time you come back to the live show, there is a pretty good hum sound. Maybe one of the microphones.
Nope, it's the
Oh,
fan.
it's the fan.
It's
Debo.
our fan. It's just part of the ambiance here at the Whiskey Roundtable.
Watch your head.
Oh,
One of our
Okay, it's off
audiences, let's see, did that help?
is that done now?
I hope so.
All right,
Anyway,
sorry, kids.
so I'm with you guys. I'm right in line with you. I'm gonna say a 3.4 on this. I'm not gonna jump up and down, but it's a good solid dram. So
Yeah, and just to remind
it's
everybody,
very bourbony and
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
spirited. Yeah, go ahead.
step on you. I get excited and I gotta say it before I forget. Just to remind everybody, our scale, 1 to 5. 4 is something you must have on your bar.
Yeah, that's something you kind of really want to have at all times, kind of, and that's kind of our measure. 5 is going to be obviously the best you ever had. So
Yeah.
What about Miss Shawn? You want to score?
I didn't have any. Not yet.
she didn't have any of this.
Not
one.
yet.
Okay. All right.
Jennifer gives it a 3.7.
Oh, did she?
3.7, Jen. Okay.
Nice.
Well,
That's
she's
a good.
Well,
totally
well.
a bourbon girl, though. That's for sure.
Well, and now that she's down there, she can
Yeah.
get some of the Kentucky picks. So
Jennifer, that's the
Great.
7.
That's what I'm talking about.
I got it.
So yeah, just a note, Jen. We'll be doing a Whiskey Wizard on the Bourbon Affair pretty soon. And thanks again for taking us there that evening, and we'll be doing that either next week or the week after.
What is the Bourbon Affair?
It's a nice establishment in the town of Findlay, Ohio, which is where Jennifer used to live, and we were dropping in on her, and she took us there one night, and so we really enjoyed it and wanted to give them kind of their own feature on the Whiskey Wizard.
They do this every year. Huh?
What's that?
Every year?
Do what? Do
Never mind.
visit? I might make it an every year thing. Like
Just
as I
curious.
said when in the show, yeah, I would visit that. So if Finley wasn't so far away, I would be definitely there more often. But we'll leave that for our future show to talk about.
So I just have to bring this up. So Derek is obviously watching. I forgot to tell you at 5 o'clock this morning. I get a message from Grady, Shady Grady. So Derek's son.
I know.
So he's been during the day, this morning especially, reaching out to me and being Grady, so to say. and I forget, what is he, like 7, 8 years old? Old's Grady now.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh my goodness. So he was busting my chops, but I was busting his back. But it was funny this morning. I was laughing at little punk ass.
What,
But
he,
anyway.
he steals their phones and he just starts texting you?
I don't. I'm sure they probably set it up. He's probably learning how to do it, but it was pretty funny. So it was cute.
What do you have him in your phone under? Gorilla? What do you got? Yeti? Gorilla? What's he under?
Why you gotta pick?
Although
I'm sensitive.
You almost like shimmied your way to nothing
I know.
while we were away. You lost like 30 pounds.
Yep. Not bad in 10 days. They don't even do that on what's that diet everybody goes on?
The whiskey diet?
The whiskey diet. I've lost like 34 days.
Boom.
You're stupid. All right, let's go.
All right.
All right, let's move on, kids. Let's
Okay.
move on.
So should we, you want to set us up for the wizard? What do we got going there?
Well, we're just, It's a bourbon night, so it's probably a good time. We're going to talk a little bit more about the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. So that's our topic tonight, and there's a kind of a part 2, which will be in some weeks from now, but we'll cross that
Bridge.
trail, whatever. We'll walk down that
look at you.
trail when we get there. Okay.
All right, was that where are you ready to roll on to the
Yeah,
Whiskey
let's
Wizard?
roll on.
All right, kids, we'll be right
See you
back.
in a little bit.
All right,
Yeah, I
bye-bye.
think we need a break.
Whiskey Wizard! It's the Whiskey Wizard!
Hello and welcome to the Whiskey Wizard, where we say that whiskey making takes scientific knowledge, an artisan's skill and dedication, and a bit of the wizard's alchemy of light, air, earth, and fire. Yes, we're talking the Bourbon Trail on this fine evening of whiskey celebration. Compared to the history of American whiskey, the Bourbon Trail is a fairly recent development in that overall evolving story. And I would simply add that one cannot pose a credible argument that bourbon as we know it originated and came from anywhere other than Kentucky. As we discussed on other episodes, the abundance of open land to grow sugar-rich corn, married with the purity of limestone aquifer mineral waters, made Kentucky the perfect home for making a defining American spirit. So let's have no doubt about the fact that the Bourbon Trail needed to be in Kentucky. So the Kentucky Distillers Association launched the Kentucky Bourbon Trail program in 1999. At the time, it included 7 of the 8 distilleries in the region. In 2008, the 8th distillery, the Barton 1792 distillery, joined the trail program. However, the distillery was purchased by the Sazerac Company the following year, and Sazerac withdrew the Barton 1792 distillery and the Buffalo Trace distillery from the KDA at the beginning of 2010. The 2 Sazerac distilleries continue to host public tours, and a Sazerac spokesperson stated that they still feel they're very much part of the Bourbon Trail, but Sazerac wishes to promote its distilleries independent of the KDA. In August of 2012, the Town Branch Distillery was added to the trail, bringing the number of distilleries back to 7. The Heaven Hill Evans Williams Distillery in Louisville was added in May 2013, expanding the primary tour program to include 8 destinations. In 2014, the Bullet Experience at Sitzer Weller Distillery joined the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, raising the number to 9 destinations. In June 2018, Old Forester opened an urban distillery in downtown Louisville, I've been there, and became a member of the Bourbon Trail. O.Z. Tyler Distillery in Owensboro joined the same month. In July 2018, the KDA announced that Lux Row Distillers would be added to the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. Then in October 2012, the KDA announced that it would expand the Kentucky Bourbon Trail program to include a new craft tour of 7 artisan distilleries. 2012 had the highest ever rate of completion for participation in the trail. In December 2013, the craft tour added Danville's Wilderness Trail Distillery, thereby expanding to 8 destinations. Several other distilleries have been added, and the Bowling Green branch of Corsair Artisan Distillery closed on August 30, 2018, bringing the current number to 13 destinations on the craft tour. The KDA opened an official welcome center for the Bourbon Trail in August 2018 at the Fraser History Museum in downtown Louisville. I visited many distilleries on the trail, but certainly can't say I've ever done the trail. Anyway, let's look at the geography a bit here. If you plan to do the trail as a distillery crawl, then it's going to take you a good while, I should think. And if you aren't actually crawling, best to have yourself a designated driver. As you can see here, it extends from Town Branch in Lexington in the east to Danville in the south, sweeping all the way through Bardstown and west to Louisville. You got the towns of Frankfort and Shelbyville marking the north. Okay, in alphabetical order, these are the official stops on the Kentucky Bourbon Trail as it is officially recognized by the KDA. Angel's Envy Distillery in Louisville. Bardstown Bourbon Company in Bardstown. Bullet Distilling Company in Shelbyville. Bullet Frontier Experience at the Sitzel-Weller Distillery in Louisville. Evan Williams Bourbon Experience in Louisville. Four Roses Distillery in Lawrenceburg. Evan Hill Visitor Center in Bardstown. Jim Beam American Stillhouse in Claremont. Jim Beam Urban Stillhouse in Louisville. Luxrow Distillers in Bardstown. Maker's Mark Distillery in Loretto. Victor's Fort Nelson Distillery in Louisville. Old Forester Distilling Company in Louisville. O.Z. Tyler Distillery in Owensboro. Rabbit Hole Distillery in Louisville. Town Branch Distillery in Lexington. Wild Turkey Distillery in Lawrenceburg. Woodford Reserve Distillery near Versailles. And as I said, there's also a Kentucky Bourbon Trail Craft Distillery Tour. These include Barrel House, Bluegrass Distillers, Boone County Distillers, Corsair Distillery, Hartfield and Company, Kentucky Artisan Distillery, Peerless Distilling, Limestone Branch, New Rift, Old Pogue, Wilderness Trail, and last but not least, Willet. And I've been to a few of these and tasted a good few more, but I certainly have a ways to go before I've completed the set, as it were. Now, it's important to note there is also something called the American Whiskey Trail. The American Whiskey Trail is the name of a promotional program supported by the Distilled Spirits Council of the United States that promotes the distilled beverage industry in the U.S. The American Whiskey Trail was first promoted to the public on September 28, 2004. But you know what? We'll save that for a future Whiskey Wizard. Anyway, all of us on the Whiskey Roundtable hope to see you all Sunday as we hop on down the trail together. That's really something we should organize. This is Douglas Dunbar, the Whiskey Wizard, for the Whiskey Roundtable. Cheers, Slanjava. And now back to the live show, y'all.
Alrighty, kids.
That looks so cool.
Yeah, those distillers.
I gotta get down there.
Those
We
are
gotta get.
beautiful.
We need to do a Whiskey Roundtable sponsored Bourbon Trail trip sometime, I think.
Like rent a bus and take a bunch
rent-
of crazy people
and,
with us.
There's plenty of outfits out there that will do tours and buses and.
Outfits, not like Greg wearing a thong or anything.
No.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure.
Nothing that special. Just regular.
Nobody wants to see that.
Tour outfits that will take you around and do. I don't know how it works, but I'm sure you can create your own tour of places you want to go and do all of that. So.
Right.
Okay.
Too funny.
All right.
Too
So-
funny.
Anyway, so so that's it. So
That's it. I was just looking at the scroll to see if we had anything going on over there. And Kayla has joined us.
Hey,
What's up, Miss
KK.
Kayla?
Hey.
Kayla did a show last night in Nashville, and she's probably lying. Are you lying low tonight and just enjoying some Whiskey Roundtable, or are there any other happenings going on down there?
Yeah, she's the singing voice of the Whiskey Roundtable.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and she's been just really busy lately with performances and co-writes and all that. So she just finished another whiskey-themed song that I'll have to play for you guys.
Oh, cool.
Sometime soon, yeah.
Very nice.
Cool.
And even in the after show here.
Gotta love that. That is
Awesome.
Yeah.
perfect.
Beautiful.
All right, kids. Well, let's see. It's we're actually pretty quick here tonight. It's
Yeah,
only
we are.
10 after 8.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have anything else we want to chat about.
Yeah, you know, I found.
We got some news.
Yeah, I don't really have news. I'm not going to read through it all because it'll take another half hour for all the stuff. But anyway, they released 10 best bourbons, 10 top biggest bourbon releases of 2021. So I'm just going to scroll through and we'll start from number 10 in order. Number 10 first and all the way down to 1. Hey, we're back on.
Hey,
kids.
guys.
Hey,
Hey.
hello.
Got a show going on.
Hello, we got a show going on here.
We're back on.
Hello, can we be? Thank you. So anyway,
Jeez, and Elliot's not even here.
I know, right? Oh my goodness.
She's so
Oh,
funny.
wow.
Wait, give me that Emmy, okay?
Give it back to us.
All right. So,
Sorry.
that's all
What
right.
do you expect? This is the Whiskey Roundtable.
Okay.
All right. So our 10 biggest. I gotta start all over. 10 biggest releases of 2021. Yellowstone 101. It only comes out once a year. That's number 10.
Is that a Jim Beam product?
It's
Related.
It's related.
It's
yes.
related.
Family
Okay.
connection, but it's not.
It's owned by Steve Beam. Okay.
Yeah.
Steve Beam. So, and Yellowstone was his mother was the one that named it Yellowstone. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So, and actually, I met them and were able to try some 3-4 products that they had.
That's
But
what
anyway,
that's what I thought. That's why I brought that up. But
never
okay.
heard of this. Blue Run Rye Whiskey. Never heard of it. Okay. And then obviously Michter's 20-year bourbon, if you can find it.
I was gonna say I've never.
I'm
heard
sure
of that.
that's easy to come by.
The Angels Envy Cellar Collection Madeira. That is fantastic. It's about $200 a bottle,
Yeah.
and
but,
comes in a nice casket and the whole 9 yards.
I'm sure Sidecar would love that one.
Sidecar has tried it. He's had that. That's good. Then we have Wiseman. Now I've heard a lot about Wiseman. Supposedly very, very good. It's part of Kentucky Owl. Kentucky Owl Wiseman, the Wiseman. And then we have E.H. Taylor Warehouse C, which we talked about that after the show a couple of times. So that's another good one. Again, that's a couple $100
I was gonna
if
say
you
if
can
you
find
can
it.
find it. E.H. Taylor, yeah.
Number 4, Old Forester 117 series, if you can find it. Maker's Mark, the FAE-03 edition, and I think I have that bottle. I might have 2 of those bottles. So that's part of. I'm almost positive it's part of the Stave collection.
Okay.
It comes out in the spring and then in the fall as well. And then Old Forester Single Barrel Rye, which I've never had, and Old Forester Single Barrel is one of my favorite.
I was gonna
drinks.
say you guys love your Old Foresters.
Yeah, I love it. And then the number 1, Four Roses Limited Edition Small Batch 2021.
Four Roses.
2021.
And I think I know I have for sure one of those bottles, maybe 2.
Oh.
So
Great.
that was
Great.
that's all the news. Again, to read through this would take forever.
So that's the best of 2021, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so let's talk a little about some new releases. This is Heaven's Door. I think that's the Bob Dylan
Right.
brand there. They have their Bootleg Series Volume 3 that has recently came out. Cast strength 13-year-old Kentucky bourbon finished in Vino de Naranja casks. So
they also have one that's blended with Irish whiskey.
Oh.
Yeah, Heaven's Door. Anyway, go ahead. Never mind.
Yeah. Anyway, you'll get that's out. Duke and Dame. That's new, but it's
Not
a
familiar.
flavored
Not
whiskey. So yeah, we're not going to probably even
That's
really
going to be like
talk
a
about
Templeton
that.
Rye or
Salted
something
caramel.
like that. I don't like that kind of.
Yeah, it's 70 proof, barely. Not you can't even call it whiskey. Okay, so moving on. Teeling whiskey, 30-year-old single malt. That's an Irish whiskey, as we know. Oh, it's $2,200 a bottle. We'll move on. Reserve
Won't be getting
Woodford Reserve 5 malt stouted mash. The 17th release in the Woodford Reserve's limited edition Master's Collection. This unique whiskey purposefully exhibits the flavors of a traditional heavy style beer. Now, I take a little exception to that because actually this is a misconception. Stout beer is not a heavy beer. It's actually a light bodied, light gravity beer that gets that dark color from basically the roasted barley malt that they add as an adjunct, but really it's a light beer. It was made so that the parishioners at the pub could drink many without getting too blitzed. So
I was not a parishioner in that pub. I was never there.
but anyway, it's roasted malty cocoa-like flavors, but it says it's very good. Try it if you're into that. You're gonna love it or hate it. That's so chicken cock, Jen, one of your favorites. Chicken cock was the house whiskey at the Cotton Club, a legendary Prohibition era speakeasy, and supposedly a favorite of Duke Ellington.
Oh.
They have 100 proof Canadian straight rye whiskey aged 20 years. The new limited edition Cotton Club release is both earthy and citrusy, while a hint of vanilla slips in on repeated tastings. Outstanding, but also a hefty price.
Figures.
We got that. Other notables. Ardbeg just released its Monsters of Smoke trio pack.
What?
Jimmy will love that.
What year?
And
Does it give a year?
there are 200 milliliter bottles, so a special release.
Okay.
We got Scotch lovers in the house.
Features packaging inspired by 1950s B movie horror monsters. If you missed it during your holiday shopping, the 2021 Distillers Edition collection was released, featuring 6 limited edition single malt scotches from Oban, Talisker, Lagavulin, Cragganmore, Dalwhinnie, and Glenkinchie. Each of these is a double matured in a different type of cask wood. You can hopefully find some of these via Drizzly. So,
Is Drizzly delivering in Ohio now?
I think so.
Because once I found out that there was an alcohol delivery service, I checked it out, and they did not deliver here. So,
But pre-made triple brand On the Rocks Cocktails also just announced the launch of the Manhattan, crafted with Basil Hayden dark rye whiskey.
Yeah.
A Smith Bauman distillery just released Abraham Bauman rum finished bourbon. I love rum finished bourbons, which aged for 9 years in American white oak and then a whopping 6 additional years in rum casks. That's almost, I wish I had my applause for that one. For such an extended age statement, Crown Royal came out with 18 years. They just released. It's almost a velvety sipper for those of you that like your Crown Royal Canadian whiskey. So that's what I got for the news.
So, you had brought up the old-fashioned, or the Manhattans, the Manhattan.
Yeah.
You just had one of your best Manhattans the other day.
It wasn't a Manhattan. It was a
Old-fashioned?
old-fashioned.
Old fashioned.
That was
Okay.
fantastic. The best I've ever had in my life.
Where was that?
This was over at Amelia and RJ's house, and RJ is he can make a Manhattan or an old fashioned. It's I have 2 friends that really can make a great drink. RJ being number 1, and Steve number 2.
Steve does make a
Steve
good...
does make a good one. RJ, he's got a whole system.
So you just had the best one. So I want to know what the key question is: what whiskey was used?
I want to say it was Dickel that we used for.
It might have, yeah.
I think it was Dickel that we
George
used
Dickel.
for.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was the gold label.
Luxardo.
What's that?
The Luxardo cherries.
The Luxardo cherries, right?
Fresh.
Orange.
Oh, you got to have
Right.
Luxardo, yeah.
Right.
Fresh, orange zest,
Right.
and smoked.
Correct.
Oh, that's
Fresh
right.
orange
He
zest.
used his
Oh,
new
he used his
smoker.
smoke.
He used
Okay,
his
wow.
smoker. It was.
There
It
you
was-
go. You know what? We got
I
we got to
drink these
feature
too,
that, and
so-
we
I
got to
love
get
it.
one.
I love it. So
All right.
Yeah, it was great, unbelievable, and I was. I think that's probably the most. I didn't really drink at all. I had a shot, not as in shooting a shot. I had a shot of Jim Beam earlier this
Was
month.
that New Year's Eve?
That was New Year's Eve, right? I had a little shot, tasted it just to test, because of
Not being.
my kidney issues and all that bullshit. But anyway, I don't want to get into that. But and then I didn't drink. That was all I had. And then I was with RJ and Amelia for dinner. It was great, and had some friends in from out of town over there, and we were. I have to say, I drank a Manhattan and two of those
Old fashions.
They're
Yeah.
fantastic.
I
Absolutely
love a good
fantastic.
old fashioned in Manhattan. That's probably
problem is
two
when-
cocktails.
You sip it, you want to sip, and it was like, it's like that milkshake, where you, once you put that straw in your mouth and you put it down, and you're like, oh, shit.
And then your brain starts to
Yeah,
hurt.
and that's how it was, but we had a great time. But good people that we met, absolutely.
Great,
Yeah.
great. Well, anything else before we close up?
You
How
know
about
what?
the
I'm going to
scroll,
check
kids?
the scroll real quick. No. There's nothing.
Kayla's got a friend's birthday. She always has something.
Oh, she's going out tonight. At a girl. And Dan took off. He said he's hoping he's going to be back in late March or April. So
Awesome.
cool.
Okay.
We'd love to have him back
Yeah,
on the show.
absolutely.
Just like the birds, he'll come back in the spring.
Come back
All
in
right.
the spring. Dan, if you're watching.
What did you do?
Dan, if you're watching.
Oh, not those birds, honey.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got it all mixed up.
Okay, so I guess we're kind of wrapping up.
All right.
I want to thank everybody for watching with us here live
And
or
hanging in
watching
with us
later
on
on.
this.
Do
We'll get our-
remember though, if you missed the live show, it happens. Please do go ahead and watch it later when it's convenient. Our shows are always up there for your enjoyment at any time. It's your views that help keep this thing going. And we'll be back next Friday, February the 4th at our customary 7:30 p.m. time. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page if you haven't done that already, or follow us on Facebook. If you have any questions or comments, you want to be on the show, just let us know at thewhiskeyroundtable@gmail.com. So, closing quote for tonight.
Let's do it.
This comes from Dave Barry, famous humor columnist and writer. He says, "Not all chemicals are bad. Without such chemicals as hydrogen and oxygen, there will be no way to make water, an essential ingredient in whiskey."
Very
right.
true.
All right.
Very true.
So there you go.
All right,
All
kids.
right, everybody.
I'm going to take us out of here.
Take us out.
All right. Thanks for watching. I know it's been almost 2 months. A lot of issues. I appreciate you guys coming back hard. That's very nice. I do appreciate that. So please stay warm. Be careful in your travels. And we'll catch you guys next week. So, Big G, Whiskey Roundtable.
Karen Helen Keller.
Doug Dunbar. We'll see y'all guys
Catch you
all next week.
You got it. Enjoy.
Be safe.
Yes. All right.
If whiskey stopped working, every bar in town would be closing their doors, shutting down. Everybody would be trapped with their thoughts, 'cause nothing helps the pain like bourbon or scotch. Oh no, oh no, no. If whiskey stopped working, where the hell would I be? Probably wasting lots of money trying therapy. If whiskey stopped working, what the hell would I do? Honestly, to tell you the truth, I wouldn't be over you. If whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, oh, whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped. Poor Jack D would be out of a job. Jameson and Bean would be cut off. Hank Williams songs wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, this whole damn world would be a mess. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. If whiskey stopped working, where the hell would I be? Probably wasting lots of money trying therapy. If whiskey stopped working, what the hell would I do? Honestly, to tell you the truth, I wouldn't be over you. If whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, oh, whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped, oh. If whiskey stopped working, where the hell would I be? probably halfway out of this town, leaving Tennessee.